police chief says he's worried that this tragic week of murder and people trying to commit suicide by cop are an indication that we're not keeping up with the community's mental health problems. In just the past 48 hours, Spokane County law enforcement has responded to 40 suicide calls. That includes a man along Division Street who slashed his throat during the morning commute. And that's where KXLY4's Jeff Humphrey working for you now with a look at what happened in that situation and what the police chief calls near crisis conditions for the number of people needing help. Jeff?
And Nadine, the despondent man here today, he actually baited a response from officers, knowing that if he just pretended to be asleep on the ground outside a Division Street business, sooner or later police would show up. And when they did, the very first words out of his mouth is that he wanted to commit suicide by cop. The lone officer then tried to calm the man down, and that's when he pulled out a knife and held own throat, saying that he wanted to die and was going to force police to shoot him. The officer worried that meant using that knife on an innocent bystander, and so the cop tried to corral the guy without getting too close to the knife. Backup arrived and the man tasered, but as soon as the tasering stopped, he slashed his own throat several times but survived his injuries. As bizarre as this incident sounds, these type of suicidal calls have become all but routine for police and sheriff's deputies. Despondent people, they know just what it takes to get officers to use deadly force, and the chief is looking for new options that don't involve gunfire.
We need to get our police officers barriers, ballistic or other barriers that they can hold in front of themselves, putting distance between somebody who wants to do them harm or our community harm.
But the chief adds it'll take more than just equipment and more crisis intervention training to avoid mental health-related crimes and violence, including the community standing back up both mental health and domestic violence programs, Nadine, that were gutted by budget cuts several years ago. Reporting live in North Spokane, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.
Thank you, Jeff.